Now, there's a traffic jam on the Long Island Expressway. We have this lawyer sitting in his car, and he's got a computer printer there, cell phone. I mean, he's got the works there. And he's happy. All right, now, I'm going to put on forgive me, a second pair, because when you buy drugstore glasses, they don't go above, I think, 2.75 diopter. And I need something like a 6. See, I'm blind as a bat. No, I've just got to, I should have thought of this to have this ready, if I didn't, so then I'm going to drop it in my nose. Oh, thank you very much, old boy. Now let's get serious. Don't blow this. Here we are. Don't blow this lecture. All right. Now I will read what this guy, whose name is Jared L. Serfine, he's saying. He's the lawyer in the car. All right, this was from the New York Times. When he is planning his work week, Jared L. Serfine, a Manhattan lawyer, arranges some of his most important conferences not for an office or lunch appointment, but for his time in bumper-to-bumper traffic. On Friday afternoons in the summer, the long, slow drive to the Hamptons in his BMW 328i is reserved for business calls that, here a direct quote, that require real, forgive my, I'm trying to do an American accent. That require real focus. Mr. Serfine, 30, said, while beach-bound traffic makes driving east on the LIE excruciatingly slow, negotiations via conference calls with clients and other people zip right along. When it comes to discussing a contract with the other side's lawyer, there is no better way. There's nothing better than a good traffic jam for focusing the mind or improving conference call behavior. Thank you very much. Now, one could interpret from this, if one had this mindset to begin with, and that's a proviso, of course, that what's interesting about this is that there he is stuck in traffic, but really this becomes his office for the time he's on the LIE. And you could say, really, couldn't you, that in a way it's more his office than his office is back in the city. And I mean by that if in the city these wretched colleagues and co-workers are constantly bothering him with stupid questions and he gets nothing done, then you could say that this is more his office. And I can imagine that if you had a map, modern world, if you had a map of office space usage in Manhattan, and say you colored all the office space yellow, you would by rights have to include the LIE on the map and show perhaps this as a little yellow rectangle, which would mean it would have to be a moving map. And say you have on Friday evening this diaspora of office space in the form of these little boxes inside his giant carbon dioxide spewing gas guzzler, spreading outward from Manhattan, to be followed by a similar implosion Sunday evening, of course. And I find that really fascinating, and surely does that not give one pause that do we need as much office space as a result? What are they building new skyscrapers for when the offices are now set up here or at home, I would say. And in fact, part of Cedric Price's work and the work of others suggests not much of a need really for any new building. We could much better use what we already have. And another friend of mine in the Archigram group, David Green, that was exactly his bag. And he was pushing this, funnily enough, just at the time he was going for tenure at the school I learnt at. And you wonder, you know, how an architect who is suggesting we should stop building new buildings would be received in a school promoting itself to the cause of producing architects. All right. Now, we turn slightly